Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Vishve Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Haripriye Mahabodhe Stire Kanakaruchira Nila Shikhare Vasana Prasadanta Sahaja Balabhadrena Valina Subhadra Madhyastha Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado Jagannatha Swami Nayanapatagami Bhavatume Shri Jagannatha Swami Nayanapatagami Bhavatume Vagishayasya Vadne Lakshmiryasya Vakshasi Yasyaste Hide Samved Tam Narshi Gambhaje Bhaktya Vihinaya Parad Lakshay Shiptasya Kamaditarangamate Kripamayi Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Sharanarvindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Shri Hera Panchami ki Jai. Today is very auspicious day. We were hearing Shri Jagannath Rath Yatra from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And in this 7 days of Shri Lord Jagannath staying in Gundicha temple, come here, Gundicha temple, Lord staying there for 7 days. And in the middle of this, today is Panchami. What is the significance of this? So I'm holding on that pastime which we heard until yesterday. And now in continuation of that, what's importance of Hera Panchami, we're going to hear from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, हेरा पंचमीर दिने आइला जानिया काशी मिश्रे कहे राजा सयत्न करिया. Knowing that the Hera Panchami festival was drawing near, King Pratap Rudra attentively talked with Kashi Mishra. Kashi Mishra is minister of King Pratap Rudra and associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So King told Kashi Mishra, tomorrow will be the function of Hera Panchami. And other words of Hera Panchami is Lakshmi Vijay, means the victory of Lakshmi Devi. So today is the day of Lakshmi Devi. King said, hold this festival in a way that it has never been held before. It should be grand festival. King said, hold this festival in such a gorgeous way that upon seeing it, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be completely pleased and astonished. I want Mahaprabhu to see this festival and he can enjoy this festival. Hari Bol. Yes. Okay. Connection. Connection problem. The king ordered, the king ordered, hold this festival in such a gorgeous way that upon seeing it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be completely pleased and astonished. That means the whole purpose of King Pratap Rudra is to make Mahaprabhu happy and pleased. So therefore, he ordered his minister Kashi Mishra to work out with all preparations. Okay. So in the morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his personal associates with him to see Lord Jagannath at Sundrachal. Where is Sundrachal? Gundicha temple. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this very humorous and very beautiful pastime, which make Mahaprabhu laughing so much, seeing what Lakshmi Devi is doing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal devotees, they came to Nilachal with great eagerness to see Hera Panchami festival. After taking seat, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to hear about a particular mellow of devotional service. Therefore, mildly smiling, he began to question Sarup Damodar. Face, the expressions of face gives so much indication. So if you're speaking to someone and mildly smiling, that means you are in a joking mood. And if you show your anger, why you put this here? This anger. Mahaprabhu mildly smiling and spoke to Sarup Damodar Goswami. He said, although Lord Jagannath enjoys his pastime at Dwarika and naturally manifests sublime liberality there, still once a year he comes unlimitedly eager to see Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu said, Sri Jagannath, you always reside in Dwarika. Dwarika means that Jagannath Puri temple, which is Nilachal. But once a year he comes out from his temple to see, very eager to see Vrindavan. Pointing out to the neighboring gardens, Mahaprabhu said, all these gardens exactly resemble Vrindavan. Therefore, Lord Jagannath is very eager to see them. This is why he came out from his temple, Nilachal. When he was about to come out from his temple, Jagannath gave excuse, yeah, that he want to participate in the Rath Yatra festival. But actually he wants to leave Jagannath Puri to go to Vrindavan, means Sundrachal, Gundicha temple. Understand? The Lord enjoy his pastimes day and night in various flower gardens. But why did he not take Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, with him? You getting my point? Mahaprabhu asking this question to Sarup Damodar Goswami. That only once a year Lord Jagannath comes out from his temple. Just once a year. Then why he don't take Lakshmi Devi with him? Lakshmi is his consort, his wife. And Jagannath just comes out alone on his chariot. Why is not taking Lakshmi with him? That was the question. So Mahaprabhu mildly smiling, Sarup Damodar Goswami understood he is in a joking mood. Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami replied, My dear Lord, please hear the reason for this. Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, cannot be admitted to the pastimes of Vrindavan. Can Lakshmi Devi enter to Vrindavan? No. Yes? Yes? Why? Because she has opulent mood. And that's why she is not allowed in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is sweetness mood. So in the pastimes of Vrindavan, the only assistants are the gopis. But for the gopis, no one can attract the mind of Krishna. Yeah, that's the place of gopis. Lakshmi cannot there. The Lord said, using the car festival means the chariot festival as an excuse, Krishna goes there with Subhadra and Baldev. You know, husbands they lie, right? Sri Jagannath also told Lakshmi, I'm just going out for some days and I'll come back. And Lakshmi Devi is staring. And Baldev Prabhu, Jagannath said, I'm also taking Baldev and Subhadra with me. Then Lakshmi was little pacified. Okay, if elder brother and sister is going, nothing is wrong. Swarup Damodar Goswami is saying, all the pastimes with the gopis that take place in these gardens are very confidential ecstasies of Lord Krishna. No one knows them. Since there is no fault at all in Krishna pastimes, why does the goddess of fortune become angry? Why Lakshmi becomes angry? Swarup Damodar Goswami replying, who's speaking? Mahaprabhu asking this question to Swarup Damodar Goswami, right? So Swarup Damodar Goswami replying, it is the nature of a girl afflicted by love to become immediately angry upon finding neglect on the part of her love. You see, Swarup Damodar Goswami is sannyasi. Mahaprabhu is sannyasi. And what they're discussing. Why I'm saying this? Many immature people, those who never associated with any scripture, Gaudiya Vaishnava books, or they never ever associate with any associate of Mahaprabhu. They immaturely say, oh, sannyasi is not supposed to be friendly to anyone. Sannyasi is not supposed to joke with anyone. Understand? That means they never ever associate with any Guru Varga. Or they never associate with Rup Goswami books or Raghunath Das Goswami books. What Shri Raghunath Das Goswami is writing? Dan Keli Komadi, the loving quarrel between Radha and Krishna. Who is Raghunath Das Goswami? Associate of Mahaprabhu. And he is complete sannyasi. And what is writing there? Describing the beauty of Radharani. Each and every limb of Radharani. Each and every decoration of Radharani. And the loving quarrel between Radha and Krishna. See? Can you all hear me? So in this book, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we read that commentaries of Shri Jiva Goswami. We also read the commentaries of Gopal Guru Goswami. In that we also read the commentary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But if you see, the commentary of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami is not present there. Only Sanskrit verses. There is no translation. Why? This book was given to me for English translation many years back. I think it was year 2002 or 2003. This book was in Hindi. When Srila Gurudev gave me this book, he said, I want you to translate this book. So I translate according to what according to what my understanding. So when I hand over this book to Srila Gurudev, he gave to the team to work out on. And the team came with a complaining mood to me. You did everything good, but you missed the translation of Shri Raghunath Das Goswami commentary on Mahamantra. I said that's very intimate. I can't even write that. And people will get confused. And they will do offense towards Radha Rani and towards Krishna. Each and every word, Hare and Krishna, is so rasic and very intimate. I can't even write that. They complained to Gurudev. He don't want to do this. I said, then you find some other translator who can do this. They went to some other translator, and the translator, when they translate that Sanskrit part to English, then the team said, okay, it's good. The translation is not there. It's good because it is so much intimate. I can't even say to you. I can't even tell this. It's so intimate. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami is describing that very intimate pastime of Radha and Krishna there, which we cannot write that. Only in Sanskrit. Those who know Sanskrit, they can read and they can understand. Okay. Here, she's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking this question to Swarup Damodar Goswami. Why? What makes Lakshmi so angry if her husband Jagannath goes out once a year? I mean, throughout the year, your husband is with you. If one day your husband going out, if for one day your husband going out, why Lakshmi has to become angry? And Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami is replying, you see, now this conversation is very amazing. Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami replied, it is the nature of a girl afflicted by love to become immediately angry upon finding neglect on the part of her love, or a part of her lover. The moment a girl feels neglected from the lover, she is supposed to get angry. Swarup Damodar Goswami is replying to Mahaprabhu. So much joking is going on. While Swarup Damodar and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were talking, the procession of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, came by. She was riding upon a golden palanquin carried by 4 men and bedecked with varieties of jewels. You see, when I used to stay in Jagannath Puri, so many years we saw this festival, Hera Panchami, happening today. The chariot of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they come one day. I mean, the devotees, they pull that chariot and brings to the destination in just one day. Before it was 3 to 4 days. The pujaris, they wanted, I mean, it's the desire of Jagannath, he wanted to stay 3 days on the street. And all arati and offering, changing outfit, everything just on the street, publicly. So it's very good opportunity for devotees who don't get chance to pull the chariot on the first day. Because imagine 6 million people. And if by chance you slip in the crowd, you finish, you're gone. You get trampled. Is that the right word?
Yes.
You can't hold the crowd. You can't even say the crowd, wait a minute. No, they will just go with the flow, like a river on you. They can't stop. No one can stop. And if anyone's there to protect you, he will also get. So it's many people get this. Yes, I saw with my own eyes. We used to take this risk. I saw once upon a time while pulling this rope of Jagannath, and there are thousands and thousands of people. I'm telling you, 6 million people. So there's one in charge on the chariot. When he whistle, that means stop the chariot. And the rope of two-side rope. One rope is like a trunk of elephant, this big. And when he whistles, you have to just throw the rope like this. If you keep on holding this, your hands get cut. Because so many people pulling that. Immediately you have to throw the rope, like release, like this. And there's a controller on the chariot. He gives the direction, move here, move left, because that's the system. If the chariot of Lord Jagannath, he get, just like, try to imagine, there are two sides shops all the way. This is a road and two shops. I mean, two side shops. If the chariot of Lord Jagannath moving incorrectly in this direction and gets stuck in front of a shop, the rule is chariot cannot go back. There is no reverse gear. Chariot only have to move forward. That means the shop has to be destroyed to make a path for Jagannath to go. Is considered inauspicious if a chariot even comes a step back. There's a system. So many rules and regulations are there. So if the chariot goes right in front of the shop, then all buildings, they have to break all the buildings to make a path for Jagannath to move forward. You cannot, there's no reverse gear. See? And that's why the controller, the person who's there, he's seeing from from above level, and he's guiding, move right. And when he see anything is going not in a correct way, direction, he whistles and you have to stop the rope and give up rope like this, release. So I was pulling the chariot with my devotees, and he whistled, and we throw the rope like this, and he fell on someone's feet, and his thumb and fingers all apart from the body. He fell on the feet of one person. And so many of his bad karmas from so many lifetime, with the mercy of Jagannath, just finished there. So it's a very adventurous Jagannath Rath Yatra is very adventurous. You get lucky if you pull the chariot. So there are some loopholes which many people don't know. The best way is let the chariot of Baldev Prabhu, because Baldev Prabhu chariot goes first. So don't stand near to the chariot. There's so much crowd. Everyone wants to just, pull. Just stay halfway. Let the chariot come to you. And then the crowd get divided, because the next chariot has to be Subhadra's chariot. and then Jagannath's chariot. Everyone fond of pulling Jagannath chariot. So stay halfway. Let Lord Jagannath, Baldev Prabhu comes there. Then the crowd get divided into three parts. But even then, it's too crowded. Too crowded. Even then, the three chariots, one, two, three. Ah, the crowd get divided, but again, imagine 2 million, 2 million, and 2 million is also not less. So if you're lucky if you get this. So why I'm started saying this? Before it was a system that chariot takes 3 days or sometimes 4 days to complete the journey and comes to the destination. 3-4 days. So mostly those who are localites, they only come for one day. And the evening after Prashad, they just go. Yeah. Then all the Gaudiya Math people, devotees, we used to come next day, and there is not so much crowd. You can say only 3 million left or 2 million left. And then it's easy to take Jagannath. And again the chariot stops, second day. And by the end of second day, many people leave. Only say 500,000 left, half million. Then is more opportunity. But since some years back, according to the rules, the guidelines of the government, chariot has to come on the same day by before sunset. Because when there is sunset, chariot has to stop, cannot move. So there's the guidelines by government, by the administrator. The chariot has to be at the destination Gundicha temple before sunset. So that becomes a challenge for everyone to get the chance to pull the ropes. So many years we saw this. So it takes 3 days for Jagannath to come to Gundicha to destination, and this happens on the fifth day. Today is Panchami, Hera Panchami. This is the day when Lakshmi Devi, she get angry. Why my husband is not back? So we used to see how Lakshmi Devi is coming. They're bringing a deity of Lakshmi Devi on a palanquin, and four men, they hold that. These are known, considered as the associate of Lakshmi Devi, and beating drums and bringing the chariot to the Gundicha temple. So what happened next? I'm not going to say. Let's hear what is written here. The palanquin was surrounded by people carrying umbrella, chamar, whisks, and flags, and it was preceded by musicians and dancing girls. Now this entourage is Lakshmi Devi's entourage, associates of Lakshmi Devi. And Lakshmi Devi is coming with angry mood. You know, angry mood? Hmm? Hmm? How dare? What he's doing there? He just told me he's going out for some days with his brother, with sister. I thought everything is fine, but he's not returning back. So Lakshmi becomes very angry. The maid servants of Lakshmi were carrying water pitchers, chamar whisks, and boxes for betel nets. There were hundreds of maid servants, all attractively dressed with valuable necklaces. In an angry mood, the goddess of fortune Lakshmi arrived at the main gate of temple. Which temple? Which temple? Gundicha. Gundicha temple. Accompanied by many members of her family, all of whom exhibited uncommon opulence because Lakshmi. When the procession arrived, the maid servants of the goddess of fortune began to arrest all the principal servants of Lord Jagannath. Lakshmi see from far distance the chariot is there outside Gundicha temple. What Jagannath is doing here? Lakshmi becomes angry and she ordered her maid servants, go and chastise them. So even today they are doing this drama. You know, the drama. The big Lakshmi deity on the palanquin, she come with her, you know, maid servants beating drum, and they come right in front of the chariot, and the Lord Jagannath's associates, the servants, they are always there to guard the chariot, and Lakshmi Devi associates, you know, like making a drama, like we do play, chastising them. How dare you are here? How dare you are here? Like this. Just they're making drama for the pleasure of the Lord. Mahaprabhu is enjoying this. Then the maid servants of Lakshmi Devi bound the servants of Jagannath, handcuffed them, with a rope. They're still doing this. Today it's happening. With a rope, they handcuffed them and made them fall down at the feet of Lakshmi Devi. We all, when we all seeing this, we are so happy. It's so pleasing to see how they're doing this drama. The servants of Lord Jagannath, they have to bow their head down, means they accept their defeat. Indeed, they were arrested just like thieves who have all their riches taken away. When the servants of Jagannath fall down before the lotus feet of Lakshmi, they almost fall unconscious. So the pujaris there, they make a drama, unconscious. They are chastised and made the butt of jokes and loose languages. That's in Odia language. Many people they don't understand, but they really use a very loose language. When we hear this, we say, "What? What they're saying?" Worse, loose language, chastising, rebuking them. Very weird. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates saw such impudence exhibited by the maid servants of Lakshmi, they covered their faces with their hands and began to smile. Mahaprabhu with his associates, they're enjoying this. And when they're seeing how the loose language and punishing the servants of Jagannath, how dare you are here? And Mahaprabhu and everyone is smiling, enjoying this. Sarup Damodar Goswami said, there is no egoistic pride like this within the three worlds. At least I have neither seen nor heard of it. Sri Damodar Goswami said, such high ego I never seen in my life. Further, Sri Damodar Goswami is saying, when a woman is neglected and disappointed out of egoistic pride, she gives up. When a woman is neglected and disappointed out of egoistic pride, she gives up her ornaments and morosely sits down on the floor, marking lines on it with her nails. She gets so disappointed. Who's saying this? Who's saying these words? Sarup Damodar. And Sarup Damodar Goswami sannyasi. How he knows the nature of woman? He is Lalita Sakhi, exactly. When a woman is neglected and disappointed out of egoistic pride, she gives her this sulky mood, her man. She takes her all her ornaments and sit down and make circle with her finger. Just like in Ram Leela, who did this? In Ram Leela, Kaikai, she got upset. Told Dashrath Maharaj, come to my palace. And Dasharatha Maharaj said, Kakai, what is the matter? I told you, come in my palace. She was so angry. And in a in the palace, in her palace, there's one chamber, one quarter known as Kop Bhavan. Kop means anger, and Bhavan means the palace, the room of anger. The kings, they used to have this so much opulence. When they want to enjoy, they have a special section with lake and flowers and bees, and all those sculptures are there to stimulate their desires. And when they want to exhibit their anger, they are not doing publicly. They have a special section where the pictures, all like volcano erupting, fire, this fire, volcano erupting, all this kind of pictures will make you more angry. That's called Kop Bhavan. Kakai, she was in Kop Bhavan, in that anger chamber. When Dasharatha Maharaj heard, he got surprised. Why Kakai is there? And there, Kakai, she asked these two boons from Dasharatha Maharaj. Send Ram to exile for 14 years, and my son Bharat will become the king of Ayodhya. At that point, it's called Kop Bhavan. So Mahaprabhu is enjoying this. And Swarup Damodar Goswami is saying, this is the nature. Further, he said, the characteristics and the modes of love are different in different women. Their jealous anger also takes on different varieties and qualities. Yes, depends on their qualities and varieties. Familiar? Sounds familiar? It is not possible to give a complete statement about the different types of jealous anger manifest by the gopis, but a few principles may serve as an indication. In gopis, they have so many varieties of angry mood, and that angry mood is known as man. There's so many varieties, cannot be described, but a few principles may serve as an indication. There are three types of women experiencing jealous anger. So today is Hera Panchami, the day of Lakshmi Devi. So Swarup Damodar Goswami is describing the nature of woman. But Lakshmi Devi is in angry mood. There are three types of women experiencing jealous anger. One, sober woman. Two, restless woman. And three, woman with both restless and sober. So three varieties. Even I'm learning from this. I'm not familiar. When a sober heroine sees her hero approaching from a distance, she immediately stands up to receive him. See, that's a sober woman. Means this is called Dakshin Bhav, righteous mood, submissive mood, like Chandravali. Seeing her beloved coming, immediately stands up, giving respect to a hero. Here, hero means Krishna. This is not some material hero and heroines. What Swarup Damodar Goswami is describing is scriptures, is shastras, ras vichar, not ordinary material dealings here. So when a sober heroine sees her hero approaching from a distance, she immediately stands up to receive him. When he comes near, she immediately offers him a place to sit. My Prabhu, please come and sit here. So sober. The sober heroine conceals her anger within her heart. and externally speaks sweet words. The anger is in the heart. But because she is very submissive and sober, she don't exhibit her anger. She just, keeping her anger conceals in her heart. And externally she speaks sweet words to welcome her beloved. When her lover embraces her, she also returns his embrace. But anger is still in the heart. She's not she's not expressing that. So when her lover embraces her, she also returns his embrace. The sober heroine is very simple in her behavior. She keeps her jealous anger within her heart, but with mild words and smiles, she refutes the advances of her lover. Mild word. In other words, she's not expressing the complete anger, just keeping inside her. Now, nature of second. Second is restless heroine. The restless heroine, however, sometimes chastise her lover with cruel words. Who is that? Radharani, Lalita Sakhi. I don't want to see any black person. Go away from here. So this mood is Vamya Bhav. Vamya Bhav means leftist mood. That doesn't mean there is no love. There's extreme love. But this is a nature. Lalita Sakhi is Prakhara. She is very sharp, more than Radharani. Radharani exhibit anger, but Lalita Sakhi anger is unparalleled. She chastised Krishna right on his face. She chastised Radharani right on her face. Stop it! You can't do this. There's the varieties. So sometimes chastises her lover with cruel words. Sometimes pulls his ears, and sometimes bind him with a flower garland to the point of pulling the ear, but with love. Yeah, not any material violence. Means there's no material dealings here. With loving mood, and binds him with a flower garland. And that's why one of the name of Krishna is Damodar. Dam means rope, and Odar means waist. Yashoda Maya bind Krishna with a rope on his waist, and his name is Damodar. But we have Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. But that Krishna is not baby Krishna, he's Kishore, teenager Krishna. And we sing Radha Damodar Ashtakam. Namambeshwaram sa Chidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Yashoda Lukha Ladavamanam Paramishchade Tatate Gopya Namam Vishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vajamanam Rudam Tamuhu Netram Yugmam Brijantam Karam Bhoja Yugmena Satanka Netram Muhusha Sakampa Hrideka Kakantha Sthite Grevada Modaram Bhakti Vada. So, Radha Damodar. When Radharani bind Krishna, when she is angry on Krishna and bind Krishna with a rope, with a garland, flower garland. And Krishna, who can break all ties, is so strong. He can kill that elephant Kuvelapid with one punch. He's the one who can break that bow of Shiva. but is not able to release that flower rope of flower garland, because this is made of very strong ties, made of love, love of Radha Rani. You can't break that. See? So sometimes she pulls his ears and sometimes binds him with flower garland. This is the nature of restless heroine. The heroine, now the third one, who is combination of sobriety and restlessness, always jokes with equal words. This is the third. She sometimes praises her lover, sometimes criticizes him, and sometimes remains indifferent. So it's mixed mood. Heroines may be also classified as captivated, intermediate, and impudent. The captivated heroine does not know very much about the cunning intricacies of jealous anger. They don't know much. The captivated heroine simply covers her face and goes on crying. When she hears sweet words from her lover, she is very satisfied. So she is very sober. If she feel hurt, she just cover her face and cry. Yeah. And when the lover speaks sweet words, immediately she gets satisfied. Now, Sri Damodar Goswami further says, both the intermediate and impudent heroines can be classified as sober, restless, and both sober and restless. All their characteristics can be further classified in three divisions. So imagine, that's why Ujjwal Neemani, written by Rup Goswami, described the moods of heroine Miss Radharani, 360 moods. See how many varieties are there. Some of them are very talkative, some are mild, and some are equipoise. Such heroine, according to her own character, increases Shri Krishna's loving ecstasy. Although some of the gopis are talkative, some mild, and some equal, all of them are transcendental and faultless. So don't try to see the faults in the dealings of the gopis. All their dealings are transcendental, they are not material. We're not discussing about any movie heroine or any movie. It's all transcendental dealings, without any fault. They please Krishna by their unique characteristics. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt unlimited happiness upon hearing these descriptions, and he again and again requested Sarup Damodar to continue speaking. I'm relishing this. Speak more. Sarup Damodar Goswami said, Krishna is the master of all transcendental mellows. He is the taster of transcendental mellows, and his body is composed of transcendental bliss. Everything is transcendental. Sachidanandamaya Sarupaha. Krishna is full of ecstatic love and always subordinate to the love of his devotees. Krishna claimed this in Bhagavatam. What is that verse? I'm always subordinate to the love of my devotees. Aham bhakta paradhina hai aswatantra vija. Krishna addressed to Durvasa, saying the glories of his devotees. I am independent. I'm not independent. I'm dependent on my devotees. Mai nirvad hidaya sadhu samadarshinam vashe kurvanti mad bhaktaya satpatni satpati yatha. Just like a chaste wife binds with her loving services her chaste husband. Similarly, my devotees, they bind me with their chastity, with their devotion. And because of that, sadhu hidim mayam, sadhu hidim tamham. I reside in the heart of sadhus, and sadhu resides in my heart. Understand? So Krishna is full of ecstatic love and always subordinate to the love of his devotees. He bows his head down, he folds his hands, because expressing his submission to that love, saying that na pare hum nirvadyu samvijam sasadu kritta vibuddhi shapiva. O Radharani, I cannot repay your love. I cannot repay your love. I keep my flute and my peacock feather at your lotus feet. So much submissiveness. Huh? If Krishna is submissive to Radharani, this is what Gaudiya Vaishnav wants to hear and like to hear. But Radharani submissive to Krishna doesn't suits the play. But Krishna submissive to Radharani, very much suitable. The gopis are very experienced in pure love and in the dealings of transcendental values. They are very pure. There is no flaw or adulteration in the love of the gopis. Therefore, they give Krishna the highest pleasure. There is no fault. They have no lust. It's all about pure love. What is the difference? I speak this many times. Lust means when there is conditions, and pure love means when it is unconditional. You will give me love or you will not give me love. Doesn't matter to me. I'm always there to serve you, to love you. This is the mood of the gopis and Radharani. There is no condition applied in that love. That Krishna, if you please me, then I will love you. That's not with the gopis. Mahaprabhu said, the 8th verse of Shikshashtakam, know that? Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtu mam, mama darshna hatava karotu va, yatha tatha va vidhatu lampato, mat pranathastu eva napara. Krishna, if you displease me, or if you please me, by not showing up and by showing up, that will not affect my love for you. My love remain same in all circumstances. This is unconditional love. And all other love, they always have some condition. That's why it's conditional love. So material love is conditional love. And spiritual love is unconditional love. So here the topic is about the gopis whose loves are pure. There is no flaw or adulteration in that love. It's all pure. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he quoted one verse from Bhagavatam 10th canto, meaning Lord Krishna, who is absolute truth, enjoyed his ras dance every night during the autumn season. He performed his dance in the moonlight and with full transcendental mellows. He used poetic words and surrounded himself with women who were very much attracted to him. Now, just to explain this, it needs 1 hour. I want to finish this Hera Panchami, this section. The gopis can be divided into, this is what I was saying. The gopis can be divided into left wing and a right wing. That's what I was saying. The left is mood and the right is mood. Both wings induce Krishna to taste transcendental mellows by various manifestations of ecstatic love. Left wing, right wing. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the chief. She is the jewel mine of ecstatic love and the source of all purified, transcendental, conjugal mellows. Radharani is grown up and her character is equipoised. She is always deeply absorbed in ecstatic love and always feeling in the mood of left wing gopi. Radharani mood is left wing. What is that meaning? Left wing. Understand? Vamya bhav.
Not the submissive.
Yes. So let's see what Rup Goswami has to say in Ujjwal Nilmani about this. A gopi who is always eager to be jealous, angered, who is very enthusiastic for that position, who immediately becomes angry when defeated, who is never under the control of a hero, and who always opposes him is called Vamya, or a left wing. Again, so nice, huh? This is all in Ujjwal Nilmani by Rup Goswami. Let us hear both. What is left wing and what is right wing means. Again, a gopi who is always eager to be jealously angered, but careful. This jealousy is not material jealousy. Material jealousy, how wonderful you singing. Jealousy, I can sing better than you. This is transcendental, spiritual jealousy. Radharani cannot be jealous. If Radharani gets jealous, none of us can get Krishna prem. How she will allow us to love Krishna if she say Krishna is only mine? She's allowing everyone to love Krishna. So where is that jealous? But this jealous and anger is to please Krishna. Just playing a role to please Krishna. So taking this left wing. And in Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastime, Radharani as Gadadhar Pandit taking a right wing. So much submissive. All this left and right wing is always there to please Krishna. See the limit, the extreme of her love for Krishna. That's why everyone chant Radhe Radhe more than Krishna Krishna. That's why her name is, in Mahamantra, her name is uttered before Krishna. No one can be like her. Even Krishna cannot be like her because of her so much love for Krishna. So, who is left wing from Ujjwal Nilmani? A gopi who is always eager to be jealously angered, who is very enthusiastic for that position, who immediately becomes angry when defeated, who is never under the control of a hero. She never gets control under her hero, whereas she makes her hero control under her. Radharani make Krishna in her control. If you know those qualities of Radharani, Santat Ashrava Keshava, the last one, means Keshav becomes submissive to Radharani. That's one of her quality. She make Krishna controlling Krishna by saying, you are mine. And Chandravali says, I am yours. So much difference. When say I am yours means submissive mode. And you are mine. That means complete rights. I have complete rights on you. Uh, Okay, then what is right wing means? A gopi who cannot tolerate womanly anger, who speaks suitable words to the hero, and who is satisfied by his sweet words, is called Dakshin or right wing. Did we ever hear Chandravali manifesting man? Even if she sometimes try this or imitate Radharani trying this, today Krishna will come, I will not speak to him. And she just turned her face around. And moment Krishna walks in, and Krishna say, "Hey Chandra," you know, "Hey Chandra." Just by hearing the word Chandra, Chandravali melts. Oh my beloved, oh my Pranath, the Lord of my life. Finish. And on the other side, if Radharani is sulky mood, Krishna has to do so much ups and downs. What is my fault? What is my fault? And amongst that man, the intensity of man, there is one which is called Durjay man, very, very intense. Means she's so upset, she don't want to see Krishna. And Krishna is disguised himself sometimes as a sannyasi or sometimes in many ways. He's trying to come and pacify her. And Radharani, she in angry mood, she goes back to her in-laws, Jatila. That means no access to you, Krishna. And Krishna becomes a sannyasi. And he comes, Bhikshan Dehi, Bhikshan Dehi, give me some Bhiksha, give me some Bhiksha. And Jatila, she's doing household activities, mother-in-law, she calls out, "Oh Radhe, daughter-in-law, oh dear daughter-in-law, there's one sannyasi at the doorstep. Go and give some Bhiksha. I'm busy, you see, I have cow dung all over my hands. So you go and give Bhiksha." Radharani calls. Radharani say, "Mother-in-law, you know, I don't see the face of any man in my life. Only to whom I love, I see the face of that person." Then mother-in-law Jatila said, "Okay, then take a big whale. But you have to give, daughter-in-law, I cannot go out." And Radharani covers her face. And she takes flour, rice, all this spice to give Bhiksha. She opens the door and Krishna is there. "Bhikshan Dehi, give me Bhiksha." She said, "Okay, sannyasi, take this Bhiksha." And Krishna, putting his cloth, this upper cloth, getting flour, rice. He said, "No, no, I don't want this Bhiksha." Then she said, "What kind of Bhiksha then you want?" Krishna said, "Give me Bhiksha of your man." And Radharani said, "Oh, you, Krishna, you." And she take that flour and put on Krishna's face. "Here's your Bhiksha. Go, take your Bhiksha." You see? And sometimes Krishna has to disguise himself, uh, dress himself like a bangle seller. Chudi le lo, chudi le lo, bangle seller. Then Radharani, Lalita Vishaka, "Oh, a bangle seller is here." This is a famous song. If you go Barsana, you'll hear this song whole day. People they sing this and on audio recorder, everyone's playing this song. What is that? मलिहारी का वेश बनाया, श्याम चूड़ी बेचने आया. Means Krishna comes as bangle seller. And Radharani Lalita Vishaka comes out. Hey, what kind of colors you have? They're very fond of, buying those bangles, different colors. And Krishna's long story, keeping short, Krishna said, what size? Your wrist? I want to see your size. And then I will give you the bangle according to your wrist size. Then Radharani extend her hand like this, and Krishna disguise himself as a woman, bangle seller, holds the hand of Radharani, and she immediately understand just by touch of Krishna. That is Krishna. And she takes all these bangles and throw on Durjay Man. She don't want to get pacified. And then Krishna's running after Radharani. Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe. And she's running. Krishna is running after Radharani. And then in the forest, she see one snake, python. When she see that snake, she gets scared and she runs back and embraces Krishna. Krishna becomes so happy and finally said, oh Radhe, you got pacified. I'm so happy. She said, no way. And she runs away. She runs away, leaving Krishna there, crying and weeping. But then she sit there in Barsana, that place called Chandra Sarovar. Radharani sitting there and crying and weeping. But all of a sudden she see, and why she became so upset? What is the point about so much upset? Because she, sweet words, she asked Krishna, can you describe my beauty, my face? And Krishna just came from the Chandravali's camp. And in his head was Chandravali. And when Radharani said, can you describe my beauty? How my face looked like? Krishna was having Chandravali in his head. And he said, oh yes, your face looked like Chandra, moon. He was about to say Chandravali, but he said Chandra, moon. And Radharani became so upset. How dare you compare my face with moon? My face has spots. Moon have so many spots, black spots. And that was the man about. So in this way, after doing so much, she was sitting, crying and weeping. And she saw one peacock dancing. Peacock spread his feather. I just saw 2 days back. Wonderful experience. Peacock was so obedient to me. Whatever I'm saying is doing that. I say turn around, the peacock turn around. Say one step more and one step more. Exactly following me. Devotees want to see you. And he spread his feather. Looks so beautiful. But there in Barsana, not only spreading his feathers, peacock also start dancing. And seeing this, a mild smile appeared on the face of Radharani. And Krishna understood that's the only way to please her. So Krishna came with hundreds of peacocks there and started dancing like this. Dancing like this. Then all the peacocks, they came jumping. They also started dancing like Krishna. Only for one point, pleasing Radharani. She's laughing so much. How Krishna, her beloved, is dancing like a peacock. How artistically he's dancing like a peacock. Radharani, she can't hold her man anymore. So she come forward and she also start dancing like a peacock. So that's in Barsana, a place called Morkuti. Mayur and Mayuri means Krishna, peacock, And Radharani also like she peacock, peahen. They both dancing with thousands of peacocks together. That's called Mor Kutir in Varsana. So this is the mood. So Chandravali cannot do this because she's Dakshin Bhav, right wing, and Radharani is left wing. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. I'm not finished this.